Here's my problem with Canada. Canada was meant to be the 51st state.
Obviously, you're concerned.
Because we subsidize Canada by $200 billion a year. We don't need their cars. We don't need their lumber. We have a lot of lumber. We freed it up, as you know, last week. We're freeing it up so that you can actually cut down a tree without being, given the death penalty. Why should we be buying lumber from other countries?
Because that's where the trees are. These different colors are different kind of trees. And what you need to know is that this is the kind of trees that we like to build houses out of. We can also use these ones, but they're not as good. And as you can see, Canada's just trees galore. I guess we could cut down our national forest to make 2x4s, but unfortunately, we would actually run out pretty quick. And we'd have to wait another decade for those trees to grow again so we can harvest them again. And another interesting thing about trees is that the farther north they grow, the slower they grow. And the slower they grow, the harder the wood is, which makes it better. The wood is also better the longer you let the trees grow before you cut them. And these are all uncut forests. When it comes down to it, Canada's wood is just longer, harder, thicker, and uncut. And they are eager to let us have it.
Obviously, you're concerned.
Because what these radical environmentalists have done to our country, but we freed it up. But we don't need their lumber. We don't need their energy. We don't need anything. We certainly don't want their automobiles. They make a lot of millions of automobiles are sent in. I'd rather have them made in Michigan. I'd rather have them made in South Carolina or any one of our...
You're tougher with Canada than you are with some of our biggest adversaries.
Only because it's meant to be our 51st.
Wow, Donald Trump just got put in his place by Canada's new Prime Minister, Mark Carney, who basically said that Canada will not be negotiating any type of trade deal or agreement with the United States until Trump cuts out his Canada rhetoric. Take a listen to what Mark Carney said today. Quote, "We've called out those comments. They're disrespectful. They're not helpful, and they will have to stop before we sit down and have a conversation about our broader partnership with the United States. When the United States is ready to have that conversation, we're more than ready to sit down." This is an absolute power move from Mark Carney and his strongest rebuke of Trump yet. Trump thinks that he has all the leverage in this situation, but Mark Carney basically just said, until you stop calling us the 51st state of America, which Canada will never be, we will not even negotiate with you on any type of trade deal, and Canada will continue to impose their own tariffs and boycotts of American-made goods. As a result, Trump is not only hurting the Canadian economy, but he's hurting the U.S. economy as well. This guy is a total failure for North America. He's a failure for the United States and for Canada. I commend Mark Carney for strongly condemning Donald Trump.
Obviously, you're concerned.